What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today we're going to be talking about why cheap, affordable cars are going to double in value over the next 6 months and all the reasons why this is going to happen. Now, traditionally, I sit here in my studio and talk to you guys, but I had a lot of people asking me, hey, can you do more of a vlog style, get out there and show exactly what you do every day? So today, I'm actually going to do that. Now, I know the video is going to be a little bit shaky, but bear with me. So right now, we're on our way back to the shop. Well, yeah, if you guys want to see, this is my studio. This is how it's set up. I have my little display. This is how I see myself. So today I'm hoping to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse behind the curtain. Now, I just released a video with Andre Jick. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below, talking about how affordable cars are pretty much gonna double in value and all the reasons why. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna head out. First, I'm gonna get a haircut real quick because I look like I'm homeless. I wanna make sure I look good for the weekend. 2, we're gonna stop by the shop. And then 3, we're gonna stop by a repo yard to pick up some cars. All right, I had to stop and get a water because in Vegas, it is hot as hell. So we're gonna be a little bit of time outside. Also, I just got back from a rally and I need to wash my car. It's probably blown out, but you can see how dirty this thing is. Absolutely love this car. So we're gonna go ahead, head to the barber first, and then the shop, and then the repo yard. All right, just finished getting a haircut. Now we look good for all the repo people. Oh yeah, by the way, definitely support small business. All right, we made it to the shop. So we're gonna walk back here and we're gonna talk about why affordable cheap cars are gonna be going up in value. Now, currently I have a bunch of cars running at the auction, and anything over $15,000 is just not selling. A lot of dealers are having problems liquidating their expensive cars, but the biggest thing I get called on are cheap, affordable cars. Now, right here I have, well, that's my brother's car, so don't even ask about that one, but like stuff like this. It's a Yukon, it's an '05. I think I paid 1,800 bucks for it. We're gonna clean it up and then probably run it at the auction for around 33, something like that. Dodge Caravans, nothing really extravagant. People think you gotta have all these fancy cars to make money, but actually selling buckets is way more easier. This car, I think I paid 800 bucks for it. Runs okay. The van, still waiting on the title for this one. I got a Genesis. We just picked up this Camry from Impound, where we're gonna go to pick up another car here in a minute. But I'm just showing you these cars because a lot of people in the car market keep saying that, you know, you gotta sell expensive cars to gross, where some of these cars, like I said, a little ugly, a little beat up, but we're making really good money. So I'm gonna show you a perfect example. This one right now is covered in dust. So I stole this car when I was out at an auction in California. The bank didn't want to mess with it. It was having some issues. Basically, they jump-started the car wrong and burned a bunch of fusible links. So I fixed them, replaced them. It's a 2020 Audi A6. Now, it's only got, I think, about 40,000 miles on it. It's clean. Now, I know they did put 40,000 miles in 2 years, but I got this thing up for sale for $5,000 less than the lowest wholesale number, and I still can't sell it. Even though this car is almost $10,000 cheaper than anything on the market, I still can't sell it. The main reason why is because I know a few dealers here locally that have this car, and I told them about it and I showed them the price and I offered to sell it to them, but they're into their car almost $12,000 more than what I bought this one for. So they can't buy another one unless they sell the one they have. So a lot of dealers are stuck with overpriced luxury vehicles. And one trend that they started noticing is that people are trading in cars like this to get cars like this, well, not the Jaguar, but like the Ford Focus, the Honda Civic, the Toyota Camry, Ford Fusion, things like that, things that are cheap and affordable. So most of the cars that we have behind us, besides a few, I got some luxury cars and some newer cars out there, are stuff that's under $15,000 because that stuff is moving fast. Now, I've been talking about it for a while. The reason why cheap, affordable cars are going to be going up in value is because you cannot find them and you cannot replace them at auction. If you go on Craigslist, Facebook, I'm sure you guys can chime in the comment section. Cars that are beat up, that are absolute dog shit, people want top dollar. Like our Camry here, we're offering it to one of our customers for 3,000 bucks. It runs and drives, I think it's got like 160,000 miles. I've seen these things with 300,000 miles. People are still trying to sell these things for $5,000 to $6,000. Absolutely blows my mind. We have this 2015 Chevy Malibu. It's got, I think, 120,000 miles. We put it up for sale for, I think, about 5,500 or 6,500. Sold like really quick. As soon as the customer saw it, he's like, I'll give you a deposit. All we're doing is waiting for the title and paperwork to come in so we can get that one out. The van, this is one of the cheapest vans I know. I got it for 1,500 bucks. We're probably going to be selling it for somewhere around 6 to 7 grand. But stuff like this that people can use every single day is the hardest things to find. So I know a lot of you guys are really like drinking the Kool-Aid. You got to have these nice trucks, these nice SUVs, these nice luxury cars. But here's another reason why I'm telling you guys, you need to stick with cheap, affordable cars, because when you lose 20% of your vehicle value in a month, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars if your dealership or if your personal car drops in value, if it's over $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. I had the Aston Martin, I don't know if you guys remember that a few videos ago. I lost $30,000 in 90 days in value. That's absolutely insane. When you get to some of these cheap cash cars, the depreciation rate is much, much smaller. So if I lose 20% on this Jaguar, we're talking $300 to $500. It's nothing, but you still can make money with these cars. And on top of that, some of these cars about a month ago were going for, you know, around $3 to $5 grand. Now they're going for $6 to $7 because there's nothing out there. People are realizing that the economy is basically shutting down. People are basically losing their jobs and they want to get out of their overpriced, expensive vehicles. After 2008, a lot of people got smart. They realized that they were over leveraged. They paid way too much for their house, way too much for their cars. And people are starting to think, you know what, I just want to lower my debt, lower my risk, and save some money. And the biggest thing that we've seen is people trying to trade in their expensive cars to get cheaper cars. A lot of my friends that I know are high net worth individuals are getting rid of all their exotic cars, all their toys, and they're trying to find newer, lower mileage like Toyota Camrys, Ford Focuses, Ford Fusions, just something basic transportation to drive around until the market corrects itself. And this is what we're seeing, and the trend is only getting busier. If you watch the video I did with Andre, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below. So that repo yard, which is basically for a title loan company, has over 200 cars every single month. That is their average of what they repo. And so we bid about 60 cars. So I'm hoping to get at least half of those. And we're gonna bring them back here, get them cleaned up and run them through the auction, because anything that I have that's under, like I said, $8,000 just flies off the shelf. So if you're looking at selling your expensive car, get out of it now. The books are still high. A lot of the fourth quarter and third quarter numbers are gonna be coming out here soon, and it's gonna scare a lot of people. People are gonna realize how far their vehicle values have dropped. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and put your car in Kelley Blue Book. Go to gimmethevin.com or Carvana or CarMax and put your VIN number in there and see how much they offer you compared to what you owe. I guarantee you a majority of the people watching this video, unfortunately, have tons of negative equity, which really sucks. But unfortunately, this is the market. Now, even though your vehicle value is going down, it's very frustrating because people will go out there and look at like dealerships and be like, well, my car's still selling for 30 grand. Why is my car only worth 20? Like I said, dealers are buried into their inventory. They can't get rid of it. So they're just basically sitting on it so they can find a sucker that's willing to overpay. But if you've noticed, if you look around, all these cheap cars are trickling up in value, not going down. So even though Kelley Blue Book will say that this, let's say, 2005 Jaguar is worth, $3,500 on Kelley Blue Book, you'll never find one of these things under $5,000. This one's only got 90,000 miles. So you're never going to see them resemble the book when it comes to affordable cash cars. Whatever your market sets them for, it's crazy. Like I have a guy that comes all the way from Minnesota. Any 4x4 SUV or truck that doesn't have rust, he pays me $3,000 to $6,000 no matter what. It could have 500,000 miles. There's nothing out there where he lives that's not rusted to hell. He like some of these tweaker vehicles that I have, he'll buy them, clean them up, and bring them over there and sell them for $7,000 to $8,000 because they have nothing that's old and cheap, because it's all rusted and rotted away. So this is how the market's forming up. And now we have the union strikes, which a lot of people are worried because their new car values are going to be slowing down or going back up. So more people are going to be jumping into these. Interest rates go up, more people jump into cheap cars. But anyways, so I don't want to beat a dead horse. We're gonna actually head out right now and go to the repo yard, pick up a car, and I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that we're seeing out there in the market right now. Well guys, unfortunately I wasn't able to pick up this car. It was a great example of what I'm currently seeing. A lot of these tow yards, repo yards, have a lot of rolls, a lot of headaches, and so my tow truck driver was running late, so they wouldn't give me the car until they were physically there. So I'll have to come back later. But this particular car, I was very interested to show you guys. This was a 2014 BMW X3. Mid-range luxury, cheap, affordable luxury. And they paid, I think it was a little around $15,000 or $16,000 for this car. They put $3,000 down and they never made a single payment, and they never registered the car, and they purchased this car back in 2020. So that just lets you know of what's currently out there in the market. There are so many people that have these cars that can't even register them because they've driven for the last 2 to 3 years without paying those registrations. So now you're talking about hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in late fees and penalties from the DMV. And this is what's causing more and more cars to be repoed. And now that this person unfortunately lost their car, guess what they're going to do? I guarantee you they already went out and purchased maybe a $2,000, a $3,000 cheap, affordable car. The cars that we were just talking about back at the yard. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this video is a little blown out in different colors. I'm going to try to get a better lens so this way. Well, actually this lens is $2,300, but I'm going to get a better setup where we could film outside. This is with my camera. My actual iPhone, I feel like it films better, and it's only like a quarter of the price. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the video I did with Andre. Like I said, link in description below. Also, I have some really great stuff coming up here soon. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave in the comment section below. Are you guys seeing the same thing I am in the market? Are dealers lowering their prices? Are you seeing cars go down in value? Or are you seeing a bunch of really beat up rust buckets and a bunch of clapped out cars on Facebook, Craigslist, and OfferUp going for way over what they're actually worth? But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next video.